Lana, tell us about this measure and why it's needed.
Well, our California justice system needs reform, and Prop 47 needs reform. I was somebody who voted for Prop 47 originally in 2014 because it did create some equitability in our justice system, which was needed. But unfortunately, it has also had unintended consequences that small businesses like myself are really paying the high price of. And repeat offenders are able to continue to, you know, rob stores. My store has been robbed 9 times in the last 4 years. We've been open 52 years, and prior to that, we had only been robbed twice between smash and grabs, organized theft, and one of the robberies was committed by the same person 2 times.
Hmm.
So it's
Santa
quite a
Monica is a very progressive city,
yes.
and you are not only on the city council, you said you're a small business owner. Do you think that this is a bipartisan measure where basically everyone's had enough?
Yes, it's definitely a bipartisan measure. It's a common sense issue. I think as policymakers, being one myself now, I can say that we set forth policy as this was set forth in 2014 with well intentions. And once we see that maybe those well intentions are also having some unintended consequences, we have to self adjust and we have to take a look and say, you know what, we've got to take a look at this and make some reform. And I think that's what's happening right now. Both sides are saying enough is enough.
So what would this measure do specifically?
Well, specifically, it's going to give much help needed to people who are not only caught up in the criminal justice system and in the life of being a criminal on the streets. It's going to give people the much needed substance abuse addiction program. So you'll be incentivized to go into a program as opposed to being incarcerated. It'll give those that are repeat offenders. That means if you've committed what would be a misdemeanor theft at this point 3 times, you're not going to be held accountable in a court of law. So we're giving people chances and we're giving them the programs that they need to get the help that they need to live a better life. That's ultimately what this is about, to make California safer, not just for the small business retailers and not just for the community members that aren't engaging with the criminal justice system, but for those who are getting caught up in the system of both opioid use, the fentanyl crisis, and drug theft. So those that are selling fentanyl are going to be held accountable. And I think we can all say that these things are all connected right now, and California really needs that help.
And I know that you've collected more than enough signatures to get this on the November ballot. Are you confident that voters will pass this?
I am confident that voters will pass this. I think the 900,000 signatures doesn't necessarily represent everybody who even knew that they could sign it, but everyone who's becoming familiar with it. The signatures were already turned in. They're excited, and I would, encourage everyone to learn more about it to see what it's really about, because it's not the repeal of Prop 47. Again, it's the reform of Prop 47 and really making it stronger and making it more about helping people who need the help, which are those that are affected by the opioid crisis.
Anything else, Lana, you would like to say about all this before we let you go?
I'd love to direct everybody to CA as in California, so CASafeCommunities.com, and really brush up and learn what this measure is about so you can support it when it hits the November ballot.
CASafeCommunities.com. Lana, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.